Greetings, welcome back to Knights of the Old Republic 2. My name is Jake. So last time we escaped the Sith Academy on Korriban, ran into Darth Sion, and we had a journey through the caves into a tomb that showed us the past, the present, and the future. In vague, ominous, self-reflective sort of ways. So, with that, we have now found all 4 of the Jedi Masters, and I don't exactly remember how things go from here, so very quick here. Oh, I can't pick Kreia. Shit. Well, in that case, I need to do a bit of inventory management, just in case I can't do any before what happens next. So, let me take care of that real quick. No, that's definitely going to be better. I got another Keldroma belt. That's going to be good. Dexterity plus 2. I guess that's the best. And then... No, I didn't get that. That's right. Am I going to give up? Ooh, no, that's going to be very useful. Okay, so we'll keep that as is for now. You can just have a regular short lightsaber for now. You can have that for now. And then... that's already updated a bit. We'll have to change that a little. Okay. And then let's bring T3 out here. Because T3 has a very fun ability. Oops. Where, if we talk to him... Okay, we can only upgrade, but that's fine. That's fine. So, this lightsaber here is Visa's. We've already got the Keen on here, but I think... yeah, we don't have any other upgrades. In fact, that's the better one. Bondar is a pretty bad one. Sabbath... ooh, that one gives charisma. Absolutely give that one. Definitely want charisma on Visa's. Actually, let's change the color as well. Make it nice and red for our Sith. Okay. Now, I did that because I don't remember if we immediately go into the next mission, but let's find out together, shall we? Okay, well, not immediately. It's just, go to attack the remote. I don't believe Beodur has anything to say about General. That. Nope. And I don't really care if Goto has anything to say about that. Well, we're not immediately going into the next part, so let's see if Kreia has anything to say about the tomb that we went through.
We must go to Dantoonie, to the Enclave. There is something there that you must hear if you are to understand. I have no time for questions, and any answers will have to wait until we stand within the Enclave together.
Okay. So, yes and no. So we should be heading to Dantooine. I thought there was something else before that. But if it's Dantooine first, that's fine. I can work with that.
Something up?
Okay. So that means, yeah, that means we can go to Duxon, because we still have the thorium charges that we picked up from the Sith Academy, and we can use that on the one of the caches that they have. We've seen this plenty of times, Because I don't remember. No. Okay, I can't do that. So, not gonna worry about that. Let's take Kreia and visas. Sure. No, make visas. There we go. Because I want the robe that Kreia is wearing for visas instead. Yeah, 2 charisma, 4. Yes, definitely want that. She can have Jolie's robe. That's definitely fine. Ossus Keeper. So we're losing the immunity to the dark side, but more intelligence, more charisma, 1 defense bonus is lost is fine. Definitely gonna go with that. Yeah. Okay. So I don't believe the. No, it's not here. Yeah, let's go to camp, because that's a faster way through the jungle. Yep, now we're in the heart of the jungle. And where is the... That's a cache, but there's another one down here. And I don't remember which is which. I think this is the one that requires the charges. So let's take a look here. Yes, definitely. Yep. This door is impregnable to anything short of high-grade explosives. So we'll use the thorium charges. And apparently Kreia and Visas just stood there. That's fine. Ooh, okay. I can't, Theodore has good demolitions.
What's going on?
So we will try to recover the mines. Yay! Excellent. Okay. Plasma grenades, not very great. That's not great either. Zabrek battle armor, that's fine, I guess. Sonic grenade. Wow, this has not been worth it. That's it? That's it.
The honor is mine.
Okay. Alright. Okay. So do I have a I don't have a whatever. That one piece of headgear I could have gotten from Korriban was worth more than all of that combined. But, oh well. That's all we had to do here. So next, I'm going to do a bunch of upgrading. I will leave it into the video, but I will put up a timestamp here if you are not interested in that. I'm gonna travel to actually Nar Shaddaa. Nar Shaddaa is the most convenient place to do a whole bunch of crafting and upgrading. So yeah, if you want to see that, just keep on watching. If not, just click to the time that I'll put up right now. And we're back. So, the game crashed while I was upgrading, which I was most of the way through all the upgrades I was doing, and it really killed my desire to commentate the last of it. I also looked over the footage and it just wasn't very interesting. So I decided to cut it. Basically, everyone who has a lightsaber, they've got the ultimate Dadium cell, they've got the expert fencing emitter, and they've either got a improved beam lens for Keen, otherwise they've got a power one, either because they get Keen from a crystal like Atton does, or because they're not going for a critical build like Beodur and Handmaiden. Minor armor changes, mostly for the upgrades, maximizing strength, dexterity, defense bonus in Beodur's case, minor things like that. Most notable, I gave the Keldroma belt to Mandalore. That gives 20 force resistance, which will come in handy later on. So back onto the Ebon Hawk we go. Yep, nothing more on the Ebon Hawk to do, so we have nothing left but to go to Dantooine. We don't need to see that. Okay, because of course Kreia is telling us to go to the Enclave. And now that we found all the Jedi Masters, they are all going to assemble on the Enclave. So, that's where we go. And I don't believe we need anyone else at this point in time. The Enclave has been rebuilt. Not exactly sure how. I mean, it's just 3 Jedi Masters who are here, but I guess they're good enough to fix all the holes? In any case. Just a few Cath hounds outside the entrance. Oh wow, very tough Cath hounds. Holy shit, these guys are tough. I mean, obviously you're supposed to bring more people, but... Okay. Alright. Into the rebuild on... Ooh, maybe not.
Out of my way. I am Colonel Tobin of the Onderon Lord, I bring news of the Jedi. A place where you may feed. Telos, Master. There is an academy of Jedi on Telos. Perhaps hundreds of them. Enough to sustain you. And enough for you to free Onderon. Enough for you to free Onderon.
I have never seen that before. That must have been a newer version of the restored content mod. So that explains a little bit. So Tobin wasn't entirely... Well, he was loyal to General Vaklu, but he was... His main master was Darth Nihilus. And I like the inclusion of that because it fills in a gap that was in the original game. But oh my, the music in this area is just fabulous. The Jedi Academy is whole once again. Oof. Got chills up my spine. Even after all these years, this game... What the fuck is an absorption visor? That's sweet. I could have used that about 10 minutes ago. But, yeah, even after all these years, this game really does some wonderful stuff. And Kreia has followed us to the Enclave. She said we needed to go here to...
It has been some time.
Before she would answer our questions.
The years have not been kind to us both, it seems. But perhaps now they will see the truth at last.
It is not as it was.
But perhaps that is for the best.
We were wondering when you would arrive. This moment has taken some time to reach us, and I imagine you have many questions.
Or perhaps you've come for revenge.
Did you not go to join him?
No, it is a battle he must face alone.
But Atris, she has not come.
Of course she has not.
And so, in a game filled with wonderful dialogue moments, wonderful scenes, this one's pretty damn good, and it's been made all the better through the restored content mod that's showing in those few extra lines from Correa and a bit from the Handmaiden as well. So here we are, the last remaining Jedi Masters, except for Atris, who has her own way of thinking about things. So, plenty of options before us. Let's start with questions. Why did you cast me out of the Order?
We cast you out of the Order because you followed Revan to war. There was no other reason.
No, there was another. You had become different somehow, changed. The war had changed you.
You were no longer a Jedi, but we could not tell you why. Some explanations mean nothing unless the one who suffers comes to the answer on their own. What had happened to you was punishment enough, and the Jedi do not kill their prisoners.
And if you had stayed, you would have changed us, and that we could not allow.
Changed you? What do you mean?
You already know the answer. You've noticed it in those who travel with you.
My companions? What about them?
Have you noticed that when you act, others follow?
Those that travel with you.
There's something wrong here. A disturbance in the Force.
Do not let them hurt him.
They follow you, without question, without hesitation.
Against their instincts, and sometimes against their sense.
It is because you are a leader, but that still fails to grasp the meaning of what I'm trying to tell you.
Are you saying I'm controlling them?
It is not an easy thing to explain. Surely you are familiar with Force bonds. It is the bond that develops between apprentice and master when one truly understands another. It is developed over time through understanding of each other. Yet you do it so easily, and we do not know why.
You make connections through the Force, and it resonates with those who travel with you. The resonance is even greater when they, too, are Force-sensitive.
Your actions affect others more than you know. You draw others to you, especially those strong in the Force.
When you suffer, their spirit echoes it. And when they are in pain, their pain becomes yours.
You know, a lot of people, not a lot of people, but I've heard a criticism of this game that it doesn't have a big twist like the first one does, when it turns out you were playing as Revan all along, and it does the big reveal, and and your face is on in Revan's armor and all that. Knights of the Old Republic 2 absolutely has a twist, and this is it. It's just you didn't notice because it was always there. It's just something you didn't want to face. And, you know, it's not... I mean, it has another one in Malachor, but the exile is an anomaly in the Force. Something that causes change in others, influences them in a way that's new and profound. Something unique to the Jedi experience. And it's beautiful because it's, on one level, it's just talking about this individual Jedi and what makes them so unique. On another level, it's an explanation for the game's mechanics, for the influence system. You know, as you gain influence, the people become more or less aligned with you, and negative influence can still result in Jedi training, because it's a way of demonstrating that even when you do things that other people don't want, you can still affect them. So but then there's this sort of third level where it's as if the game is commenting on the player's ability to mold those around them in a role-playing game like this. So it's beautiful how it all comes together. It's a really, really special story. So how did this happen?
We do not know, but it is not the first time you felt the weight of so many lives.
And that is why the Mandalorian Wars echo within you still.
So all those deaths at Malachor?
We did not cut you off from the Force. You were merely deafened to it. Because of that last battle of the Mandalorian Wars.
The screams of countless thousands, Jedi and Mandalorians, crushed by the planet's gravity, annihilated.
Their lives still scream across the surface of that dead planet, and within you. To hear the Force over such pain, it is not possible. It was too much for any Jedi to endure, and it is a wonder that you did not die there when thousands perished. All those you had fought with and struggled with. You cut yourself off because you had to if you were to survive. You had hints of it in the war on Doxon. Malachor was simply the final blow.
You were deafened.
At last, you could hear.
You were broken.
You were whole.
You were blinded.
And at last, you saw.
When you returned to us, we saw what had happened. You carry all those deaths at Malachor within you. And it has left a hole, a hunger that cannot be filled.
In you, we saw a wound in the Force.
In you, we saw the end of the Force.
So, it's when someone like the Exile, who makes connections in the Force so easily with others, is confronted with the cacophony of death that is what happened on Malachor 5. What happened on Malachor 5. It causes a wound in the Force. And because of those connections, those tendrils still reach out, leeching on others. And it's like a whirlpool. And everything rotates around the center as it gets drawn towards the center. So let's hear a little more about this. But this makes no sense. I can feel the Force again.
Yes, you can feel the Force, but you cannot feel yourself. You are a cipher, forming bonds, leeching the life of others, siphoning their will and dominating them. It is the teaching of these new Sith to feed on others, on other Force sensitives. They are symptomatic of the wound in the Force. You are a breach that must be closed. You transmit your pain, your suffering through the Force. Within you we see something worse than merely the teachings of the Sith. What you carry may mean the death of the Force, and the death of the Jedi.
So, remember all that stuff about Darth Nihilus? How he feeds on others, and he doesn't really exist as he is, and as a individual anymore. He just leeches off of others, and he can't really control it. And he was responsible for the destruction of KOTOR and all the Jedi and all the Mira Luca on that planet. Yeah, he learned that from me. From the Exile. From all of the horrible things that happened at Malachor and everything that the Exile did to survive. He is the Exile taken to an extreme. He is a reflection of what they could have become. So, but I can feel the Force strongly.
So you think. It is not the strength of a Jedi you feel.
He's right. It's all the death you've caused to get here. You feed on it, and you grow stronger. You're like Malachor. It's in you, it's what you are now. You must have noticed as you fought across all these planets, killing hundreds, only to become more and more powerful. Why do you think that was?
But what's worse is that bonding you have. It hasn't gone away. It's gotten stronger. And the more attachments you form, the more you draw others to you.
And that is why you are a threat to us all.
So another twist in it, and another sort of meta-narrative. So, just as what happened at Malachor gives the Exile strength, all of those deaths that we've caused in the game thus far, those also give us strength, which is it's explaining EXP almost, but it's more than that because it's providing context and commentary on that. It's saying how awful it must really be to live in a world or universe where killing others makes the killer more powerful. I mean, what sort of a wretched existence must that be? And, you know, the same way we've talked about before, how awful it must be to live in a world where, you know, there's a constant battle between these two light and dark side forces, everyone in between these two special elites gets torn apart on a regular basis because of an eternal conflict in the Force. It's horrible. So part of why this game is so beautiful is that it tears down, well, I won't say it tears down. It attacks and critiques the dogmas of the Star Wars universe, the Star Wars mythos and lore and canon. And it also raises questions about what you do when you play a game like this. What sort of influence you would have on that universe should that universe actually exist. And here are some of the wisest, most storied people telling you that you are a threat. And let's have them explain a little bit more.
What if other Jedi went to war as you did, suffered the same events, and emerged as you did? What if there was a crucible that trained such Jedi to consume and kill?
For you, Malachor was that crucible.
What's worse is these Sith that we face. I fear that they have learned the lesson of Malachor all too well. It is what allows them to prey on Force users, to become stronger when Force sensitives are near.
Somehow they have learned their hunger from you. And so you have brought about the end of the Jedi, and perhaps all the knowledge of the Force. But it is of no consequence. Your ability to make such connections, such bonds so easily are why you cannot remain.
And so you wait, as a shadow.
Yes, we are alike that way, blinded one.
I would have thought you would walk with him amongst the Jedi, but that is not the way of the Sith, is it?
Do not speak to me of the ways of the Sith. You, of all of us, have no conception of what it means to be Sith.
You are a threat to living creatures and all who feel the Force.
You will lead the Sith here, and that we cannot allow.
Our judgment before remains. Exile. You must leave. And you must leave without your tie to the Force. It is a punishment reserved for only a few, and only when necessary. But we have the power to cut you off from the Force, and it must be done.
Forgive us, but it is necessary.
I'm gonna say my character says, I won't give up the Force. Stop this.
Do not be afraid. You shall feel no pain, but this must be done. As long as you feel the Force, you are a danger to those around you.
Enough! Step away from him.
What?
Step away! He has brought truth, and you condemn it? The arrogance! You will not harm him. You will not harm him ever again.
I thought you had died in the Mandalorian Wars.
Die? No. Became stronger. Yes.
Is this your new master, Exile? If so, then you follow Revan's path. Her teachings will cause you to fall as surely as she did.
She is difficult to see. She's like a shadow of the exile. We started the Sith out, and now they have come to us.
How could you ever hope to know the threat you face when you have never walked in the dark places of the galaxy, faced war and death on such a scale? If you had traveled far enough, rather than waiting for the echo to reach you, perhaps you would have seen it for what it was. Did you not hear its call on Dantooine Vrook, on its scarred surface, and in the minds of the settlers? I have endured your corruption of my other students. You shall not have this one. And you, Kavar, so close to the call of Daxan, tell me, did you not feel what poured from the moon, what had taken place there? And Zezkael, to hide upon Nar Shaddaa, yet blind yourself to all that happens there. So close to understanding the Force. So close to giving it up. There is a place in the galaxy where the dark side of the Force runs strong. It is something of the Sith, but it was fueled by war. It corrupts all that walks on its surface, drowns them in the power of the dark side. It corrupts all life, and it feeds on death. Revan knew the power of such places, and the power in making them. They can be used to break the will of others, of Jedi, promising them power and turning them to the dark side. Did you never wonder how Revan corrupted so many of the Jedi, so much of the Republic, so quickly? The Mandalorian Wars were a series of massacres that masked another war, a war of conversion, culminating in a final atrocity that no Jedi could walk away from, save one. And that is what I sought to understand. How one could turn away from such power, give up the Force, and still live. But I see what happened now. It is because you were afraid. As you would pass judgment on him, I have come to pass judgment on you all. Do you wish to feel the teachings born of the Mandalorian Wars? Of all tragedies that scream across the galaxy? Let me show you. You, who have forever seen the galaxy through the Force. See it through the eyes of the exile.
You.
Ah, yes. At last, you see. I am one of the Sith, it is true. I must answer for my actions, and it is my wish that only Atris hear my answers.
What are we gonna do? If we don't stop her, then everyone, everywhere, they're gonna lose their lives.
Soon your ship will come, my master. I will bring him before you, but I will not let you have him. Soon your ship shall come, from that which made you.
I know you can hear me. I have always known. It is why I followed you. I have destroyed planets for you, General. But now, this once, if we could save something in this galaxy. I need to do this, or I will die inside, like I died at Malachor 5.
You have gained a new light side force power, Force Enlightenment. I don't remember what that does. This power allows the Jedi to use the light side of the Force to enhance the Jedi's power. The best of the Jedi's speed, armor, valor powers are instantly activated, but at a reduced cost. This power is useful to quickly become ready for battle, for difficult battles. Outstanding. And yes, indeed. That is one of the best scenes in any game ever. So good. And if you go up here, you can see this master is dead, drained of life. His body is worse than lifeless. It's like an absence in the Force. I have it on good authority that Kreia did not kill the Masters, but she cut them off from the Force. Which makes sense. It makes perfect sense, because she said you shall see the galaxy as the exile sees it. And what other way could that be than by cutting them off from the Force, just as I cut myself off from the Force? So, my oh my. I don't think we're done here yet. Oops. Hello. And a third one of Thawne's robes. I am sorry, I thought this was the way out. This is the way out. Back to the ship. What happened here?
The handmaiden took her. She thinks Kreia killed you.
Why does she think that?
Because that's the lie Kreia told her. That's why. The only thing that matters is the handmaiden believes it. And she's gonna react exactly how that old witch hoped she would. That's why she wanted the handmaiden on board, you know. So she could use her to reach the Telos Academy whenever she wished, without needing the access codes.
They're going to Telos?
Yes. The handmaiden knows who she is now. She'll take her to Telos, and Atris will do what she'll do to anyone she thinks is a Sith.
Yeah. But Kreia and I are linked. If she dies...
Yeah, I know.
Apparently I know that the Sith are planning to attack Telos. Everything will be decided there.
That's what I was afraid you'd say.
I feel like something got cut from the restored content mod. Previously it was a bit more clear that Handmaiden was taking Kreia to the Telos Academy. But anywho.
What is wrong? Something troubles you. I can feel it.
So, in a nice bit of symbolism, we are now meditating in Kreia's place. And Visas comes to see us. Yeah, I don't doubt that you can feel it.
That is a strange answer. I do not understand.
Visas, why are you following me? Do you understand why you attack who I attack? Kill who I kill?
I would die for you. When I tell you my life for yours, it is my choice. And if there is an ending between us, where my sacrifice can save you, it will be because it is my desire, not your will.
But what if the Force is just controlling all of this?
I simply do. And sometimes there is no reason that can be given. What did you learn within the Jedi Academy?
That I form connections through the Force, and that is why others follow me to their death.
Then that is the danger of their beliefs. They do not understand you, what it means to be human, to lead. The feelings I have for you are because of what I see, what I hear in your voice. All that tells me you are a natural leader. I follow because I believe in you. I would die for you because I believe in you. And where they look at you and see the death of the Force, I look at you and see hope for all life. I look at you and see that perhaps a life untouched by the Force is not the punishment it is believed to be. I will understand if you feel you must go on alone. but I ask that you do not. Instead, take strength from your connection to others. Do not forsake them as you did in exile.
And just one more twist to the whole Jedi Master conversation is that it's all their perspective. It's not even an opinion, it's their perspective. It's what they see, what they feel, what they believe. And that's not necessarily what others do. And maybe, just maybe, both perspectives are perhaps not equally, but comparably valid. So, yes, I will not forsake my connections. Wait, you are troubled. Why?
He awaits you at Telos. If you go there, you must face him. And when you do, he will wound you, as he has wounded me.
If I do not stop him, then Telos will be destroyed.
I ask you, I beg you, to stay here with me.
Thesis. I can't.
I know. But I could not let you go without asking you. This last time, I have never asked you for anything. I have fought alongside you, would have given my life to you many times over. And now there is something I must ask. I want to look upon you, where no one else can see. Where it is just us. I want to see your face, the color of your skin. I wish to see what the handmaiden sees when she looks at you, that causes her heart to race and her tone to change. What causes her to forsake her heritage, her oaths, as you made me forsake mine. I need to know if perhaps I am wrong. If the universe is not as my master once showed me.
The universe is not solely as our eyes make it out to be, Visas. You know this.
From the moment I heard your voice across the galaxy, I have longed for you. It is the echo, a wound that travels still, that when heard, made me understand that there was another wounded as I was. One who had felt the same sense of loss. When I heard it, I loved you more than my own life. And I wanted you to be here with me for as long as you will let me love you. Stay. And I want you to see what I see when I gaze upon you. I want you to know why I cannot look at you, and why I am drawn to you.
And in the hardest choice you have to make in this game, I'm going to say, I cannot stay. It's one of those things where it's difficult because no one is at fault. But I'm sorry, Visas. I cannot stay.
I know. And yet it was something that had to be spoken. If nothing but to hear the echo. Forgive me.
Who is there? Who I am is not the question.
I am Atris, Jedi Master, the last historian of the Jedi, the last of the Jedi.
Those are titles, words you cling to as the darkness falls around you. It is not the first time we have met, Atris. I was here before.
With the exile?
Yes, I was here both times when the exile was brought before you.
Who are you?
I was the one who asked him to be exiled.
I did as you asked, so long ago. You seem familiar to me.
Atris, I have always been here.
You are that which has attacked the Jedi. You are Sith.
Sith is a title, yes, but like you, the title is not who I am. It is not what I believe. For you, it is different. Know that there was once a Darth Treya, and that she cast aside that role, was exiled, and found a new purpose. But there must always be a Darth Treya, one that holds the knowledge of betrayal, who has been betrayed in their heart, and will betray in turn. You have bathed in the knowledge of the Sith, but there is not enough truth in such teachings. But it will be a step for you. You have gathered Sith holocrons, Sith teachings from across the galaxy. It is why you have chosen servants who cannot feel the Force. And most importantly, they cannot feel what you have become.
I have sought to preserve the Jedi Order, and I have gathered all that I know of the Sith to this place, so I might find them and stop them.
I had wondered if any of these holocrons had survived Dantooine. You have taken relics from one destroyed planet to the devastation of another.
It was always intended for the Jedi to retreat to Telos should Dantooine be attacked, taking all their lore with them. We could not allow the tragedy at Ossus to happen again.
Such an act marked Telos for destruction. It is why the Sith came here, though the fleet commanders did not know why. It is why Revan ordered its destruction to mark the beginning of the Jedi's civil war. It was a message that there would be no place for the Jedi to retreat, to hide. I would not be surprised if Revan left other gifts beneath the surface of the planet. Much can be buried beneath graveyards that will never be found.
When the Sith attacked, I felt Telos die. Turbo lasers fell like lightning upon the landscape, as they did on Dantooine, and so many died. So many voices, screaming in pain.
Yes, such acts leave their mark on the galaxy. Their cries travel far, though few can hear them.
How did it happen?
Search your heart. It was never battle that called to you, never battle that caused you to fall. Alacor 5 has touched many things, and it casts its echoes still.
Why did he betray me?
You betrayed yourself. Do not blame the exile. And unlike you and I, there is still a chance that one may be saved. The one that you cast out.
Where is the exile? I had thought...
Oh, he will come, but it will be too late to save either of us. It is such a quiet thing to fall, but far more terrible is to admit it. Your mistress awaits. She has much to share with you.
The last of the handmaidens is before us. It is good that you have returned. You have much to answer for.
What are you saying?
You have betrayed us. You have betrayed Atris. You are no longer one of us. You followed the Jedi, betrayed your oath.
Listen to me. Atris has been touched by the Sith. It is not too late for...
Silence. It is a crime to kill blood, but not to kill a betrayer as you.
Whew. A lot to unpack there. Would you believe the red lights that Atris comforted herself with were something of the Sith? That, yeah. And now, we get to choose handmaidens choices, so... Handmaiden would say, if you stand in my way, then you shall die.
We shall see. You were always the last of us, and now we shall show you why.
We shall see what the exile has taught. If she kills her sisters, then the dark side will have its claim on her. Yet if she does not, then she will die. Such is sacrifice.
The true test of battle is how much force to bring against opponents. If you wish to kill them, do not hold back. But if you wish to stun them, incapacitate them, then you must choose your attacks carefully, using just the right amount of force, just the right weapon to stop them.
To stop the sisters, you must either kill all of them or end the combat with all of them stunned and paralyzed. If you can reduce them to enough hit points without killing them, they shall be automatically stunned. I believe this is something from the Restored Content mod. So, what do we have here? Master Force Barrier. Definitely going to get that going. And then let's just do a regular attack. Ooh, hurts. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, Flurry's gonna be the way to go. Okay, that's good, that's good. Okay, that's 2 down. Keep this juggling act going. Okay, that's 3 down. That's 4 down. Can we get this last one down before the first one wakes up? We can indeed. Alright. I don't mean to end on a cliffhanger, but I've been recording for quite a while. This is going to be quite a long episode, and we're not going to have a moment's peace. So, we have defeated the Handmaidens with Handmaiden, and next time, the Handmaiden faces Atris. In the meantime, though, I have been Jake. This has been Knights of the Old Republic 2. Have a good one.